Hello? Sandra, yeah, I've had a great pre-season, thank you. The boys, we've looked great in pre-season. The fundraising's been going well as well. Okay. Oh. Have you talked to the FA? What do you mean they can't do anything? Surely they've got to be able to do something, Sandra. It's got to be a mistake, right? Can you call them back? I mean, explain. We're not in the Southern Leagues. We're not a Southern team. They want to put us in the same league as Plymouth. Sandra, point to them on a map. Show to them where Towler is on the map. The FA, they've got to change their decision on this. I can't quite make you out, Sandra. This phone that Dr. Benji recommended, it's not good. Look, I'll be back in the office tomorrow. We'll sort it then. Don't panic, it'll be fine. I think we can get promoted from the Southern Leagues. Maybe get a new minibus planned. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Okay, excellent. I'll see you for training on Monday. Okay, thank you, Sandra. Take care, my dear. Goodbye. Well, fuck. What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to episode 15 of Park to Prem here with Towler Town. We got promoted last season, it's season number 3 today, and well, as you saw by the intro, which may have been recorded while slightly intoxicated, we have a situation here. Towler have never been higher than the 9th tier of English football, and entering the 8th tier, Football Manager didn't know what to do with us. So there's been what I'm going to call an FA paperwork issue, otherwise known as potentially a Football Manager bug. We've been put in the Beckvit to Division 1 South. I think we might be in the Southern Divisions for the next few years. I mean, it adds to the weird and wonderful narrative that is going on here at Towler Town. But yes, we've got teams like Plymouth Parkway in our league, who are a 800-mile trip away, round trip, back and forth. I'll put a picture on for those of you who aren't familiar with the geography of the UK. It's a little bit of a situation, some might say, but we are promoted and it has been a busy pre-season. I know someone's going to ask, Jack, how are the finances looking? Fantastic question. Look at that. You couldn't see it. I did a hand gesture like a magician pulling off a trick. Yes, the finances here looking absolutely superb. I think I figured out what happened last year. Basically, with pre-season friendlies and tournaments and leagues, you pay a fee to the team, and there's also an income that team will bring to the tournament. Last year, we invited Bolton, but Bolton had been relegated the year before, and because of that, they weren't bringing in as much income. As a result, we actually made a loss running the tournament as a whole. So we learned from our mistake. We played Birmingham 4 times in pre-season. Birmingham City, you are now my favourite club outside of the teams I support. So thank you very much. Apparently they enjoy playing at our ground. You can see they played us 3 times in a week. But yes, I have had to make use of leagues. We saw last year we struggled financially. We couldn't stay afloat. Leagues in pre-season are a very good way of helping out the finances and making sure that we're not stuck in a position where we can't really do anything off the pitch. I know not everyone's going to be happy about me using this, but it's a thing in Football Manager. It's not like I'm trying to hide it from you guys. I just feel like compared to last year where we were constantly in the red, and I'm growing quite attached to Sandra, I wanted to keep her at the club. And you can see we even had Sandra's fundraiser. Maybe that will become an annual tournament here at Towler. But yes, off the pitch, things have been busy, and that was born mostly out of the fact that all our star players went. And by all our star players, I guess I mean 2 of the best. The first of them, Max Haygarth. He's gone to Wrexham. I'm a little bit annoyed. He was, for me, one of our best players last year, the 19-year-old, but I couldn't protect him. He's gone to the National League side. He will do absolute bits for them, I'm sure. Hopefully we will see him again. And the other player who left us, Connor Stanley, has gone to League 2, Bristol City Rovers. Bristol that's awkward. I'm sorry, Bristol fans of either team. Rovers are blue. That's who Stanley's gone to. But yes, not an ideal player to lose. They are predicted to win League 2, if I'm not mistaken. In fact, they've dropped down to 3rd. Either way, though, he's a good player for them. And the fact he's starting for them probably implies he was a little bit too good to be playing for us. But he will be missed, but we have tried to replace him. A few other players left. Riley Smith left us. Boyomo left us. This guy, gone to Tours, was a player we picked up, I think, midway through last year. Don't even know if I ever acknowledged his existence. Matty Rain also left us too. He was always a squad depth player. And the other player you'll notice here, Jarell Kwanzaa has left us. Yes, he's gone, and you might be thinking, this guy looks very good. How have I not heard of him? That would be because we signed him a month before he left from Liverpool, yes. Not ideal, but it's a new record. We've lost a player less than a month after they joined us. I mean, if that doesn't deserve a like on this video, I don't know what does. But in terms of the ins, we have delved into the market. We were doing some transfer business towards the end of the season as well, which I want to cover first. And also, before the season was over, we lost Lewis Earle to Bamber Bridge. So our defence has been decimated this season that's just gone. We've lost to Sean Bernard, we've lost Lewis Earle. They were our two starting centre-backs. In the full-back areas, I'll be honest, I felt like that was always our weakest spot last year. So things are looking a little bit different at the back. Anyway, we have brought in plenty of new players here. One such player is Andre Brooks, a very, very good full-back. Can also play attacking midfield. I see him just as a really good, versatile young option at 18 years old. We also brought on Devonte Aransimbia. That feels nicknameable somehow. Maybe we'll just call him Dev. Either way, he's a very good player. Was last year, well, not last year, but previously playing in the National League, as you can see. Before that, academy prospect at Norwich. I think he looks like a good little player. Hates big matches. Also not consistent. Maybe there are two things that we should be concerned about. But nevertheless, good little addition to the team. And we also brought in this guy, Luke Bilham, who I've added a face for in game. I couldn't find a good face for him. So Luke, if you're watching, feel free to send me through an updated picture. I will put it in there. If anyone knows Luke, because I know what's happened with this series, people go, I went to school with this random guy. Message him on Facebook and tell him that I needed a picture. Either way, Luke, good little player. Currently plays on the left. I would love him to learn to play on the right and cut in on his left foot as to best suit our system. But yes, a good little freebie there. One other player who was gone before the season ended, if we just look at things here, is... I can't find him. Where is he? Am I not going to be able to find him now? Where are you? Usama, there you are. You're hiding away. Yes, he's gone. He's joined Exeter. I'm going to be honest, there was something I didn't like about Usama. And I think it was down to the fact we were paying him way too much. He was super inconsistent, hated big matches. And for the amount of money we were paying him last year, he just wasn't justifying the cost. And we brought in some very good attacking options over the summer. You can see David Vaughan, retired, unfortunately, has decided to be a loan manager. He has not great attributes for a loan manager. I don't think we'll be signing him. Maybe we'll meet again. We also had Bradley Johnson on trial, and then he left us and retired whilst he was still on trial. That was interesting. But no, let's talk about the transfers that have happened this year, because there has been some. Obviously, we've already talked about the outs, but on the ins, Kwanzaa joined us and then left us. We then signed Macaulay Power. Some of these players, by the way, I feel like there's a superhero theme running through our team here. But Macaulay Power here, 18 years old, Welsh youngster. Looks pretty good as a versatile centre-mid option, if you ask me. With us losing Max Haygarth, I need a new deep-line playmaker. I don't feel like we've replaced him just yet, so still looking for further additions. Josh Scott joins us and joins the under-23s. Good little young left-hand-sided option. I say that because he can defend and he can attack. And then we move on to another superpower player. We have Macaulay Power. We also have Max Waltzman, but I like to call him Voltman. I like to imagine he's a German superhero called Voltman, even if he's English. If anyone's, particularly talented with music, please make him a theme tune for me. I will sing it. I will hum it and play it every time he scores. Either way, good little attacking option. 15 finishing at this level is superb. 12 composure. Where's the catch? It's 5 off the ball. That's not ideal, is it? But either way, 17 years old, released by Liverpool. We've signed him up. I'm loving it. Josh Harrison. I can't talk. Josh Harrison. It's not difficult, Jack. He's joined us. He can play on the left wing. And he is really the direct replacement for Stanley. If we just compare the two players, because I feel like when you replace one player with another, it's worth comparing them. I don't think there's a world of difference between Josh Harrison here and Connor Stanley. You guys can let me know which player you think is better. I would say Stanley is better on balance, but I feel like as far as replacements go, we couldn't have hoped for a much better guy than this chap. Very, very good player. Not the best crossing, but a very versatile attacking option. Right-footed, can naturally play out on the left, has inverted winger written all over him. Another under 23 here is Ben Midgley. Good little centre mid. 14 passing, 14 vision at this level is superb. Lacks in a few other areas, but at 18, one for the future. Dylan Stevenson joins us, again, one for the future. A lot of these players signed from Newcastle United, you might notice. Perhaps the best player we've signed this year is Leighton Stewart. We are paying this guy £400 a game. The budget has been stretched this year. He is the big earner. Look at him though, wow. Might not have the craziest of finishings, but I feel like when you look at him on the whole, he just screams just an absolute insane advance forward. And I feel like him and Kumwenda propelling our attack to victory is how we're going to get promotion this year. Really, really like the look of Leighton Stewart. We then have some international experience in Ryan McLaughlin. I hope I'm saying that correctly. 5 international caps for the Northern Irish national team. Good little right back. Surprised no one higher up the pyramid picked him up. Was released by Rochdale, having not played a game last year. I'm hoping he's going to do big things for us. Anyway, a few players left. Tom Midgley, good little left back option. Good versatile player. One for the future. Keep an eye on him. I've just realised we've got Ben Midgley and Tom Midgley. They're not both... They can't be related, can they? Are they related? If they are, someone let me know. I didn't even realise that. That's a revelation. Anyway, next player we have James Norris. Probably our starting left-back for this year. Certainly going to be contending for the left-back position as the season goes on. I really, really like this guy. He is absolutely rapid for this level. Not the best defensively, but technically, for this level, an exceptional little wing-back. Hopefully he can bring good things for us. One of a number of former Liverpool players. And well, the last player we've signed, another Liverpool man, Jaros. Now, I know what you're thinking. Jack, you signed just a goalkeeper last episode. What are you doing? Okay, I'll level with you. Nathan Harker last year was a good signing for us. But when you get offered a chance to sign someone like Jaros, I feel like you just have to take it. Look at the polygon comparison. Yes, he's not as good at communication. I think the language barrier might be a factor, but he's a better shot stopper, better distribution, exceptional in the air. He has good eccentricity. Expect some scorpion kicks maybe from him. And just on balance, he's a better goalkeeper, and it made sense to bring him in because we could. So all in all, we have added some good strength to the team, and obviously defensively things have changed a lot. Elsewhere, not a great deal of change. As I mentioned, we've lost Max Haygarth, and I've not really been able to replace him. So to start the year, it's going to be Romario Vieira, who's been doing well in training, and he's going to be playing alongside Jermaine Anderson. I really feel like these guys could kick it off as a partnership this year. Definitely something to keep an eye on. We are going to stick with a 4-4-2 for this year, because I do feel like for the most part last year it was good. Higher up the pitch, Ryan Ferguson isn't starting, as I've already hinted at. It's going to be Stewart and Kumwenda alongside each other. Kumwenda is now 18. He finished his A-levels last year. He's gone off to university. He comes to the mighty Towlaw on the weekend. Hopefully he can do good things for us. Obviously Harrison, new addition as an inside forward on the left. Excited to see what the former Newcastle man can do for us. And at the back, really where things have changed. Obviously we have Jaros, or Yaros, I think it's probably Jaros, in goal. And then a few new signings. Obviously Norris at left back, as I've already talked about. Insane physical wing back. McLaughlin, better defensively than Norris, maybe not quite as quick, but, you know, a screwed on head. And then the two centre-backs who weren't both playing centre-back last year, but I think are going to be our centre-backs this year. We're going to have Alex Evans playing right centre-back. Really like this guy. At this kind of level, just such a well-rounded defender. Not too many gaps in his game. And alongside him, I've nicknamed him. I'm not going to say his name anymore because someone said, Jack, if you mispronounce his name again, I'm going to unsubscribe. I'm never going to be able to say his name. We're just going to call him Mr. International because he's always on international duty. Whenever I feel like I want to check on him and maybe sort out his training, he's just away. So Mr. International is his name. Maybe he's going to be the leader of our kind of crime-fighting team alongside the likes of Macaulay Power and Max Voltman. Anyway, Max Voltman did get injured in pre-season, so unfortunately for him, he is going to be demoted. That does mean Ryan Ferguson waits on the bench. On the bench, though, we've got some good options. Nixon, obviously, good little right-back option who we picked up this year. Really, really like him a lot. We then have Tristan Skerritt, who we signed towards the end of last year from Sheffield United. Great centre-back, fantastic third-choice player. Just has a few gaps in his game. You know, he can head, he can defend. He can't really run quickly, which is a bit of a caveat. And for that reason, I'm not going to start him this year, but he definitely will get chances in the team. Andre Brooks, another former Sheffield United man, so those two guys going to have a little bit of familiarity, I guess, between them. We've then got Devonte Aransabia, who is a very versatile attacking midfielder. This is the ideal player for this level, can play a load of positions. We then have Luke Bilham, who, to be honest, I would love to be starting out on the right ahead of Sonny Best, but he just doesn't know how to play out on the right yet. Hopefully he's going to pick that up fairly quickly. Sonny Best might not be best pleased about that, but needs must sometimes. Sometimes you've got to do stuff for the greater good, and I do feel like his addition is good for us. And well, in the final third, Kit Elliott on the bench. Obviously scored a few wonder goals last year, a few goals to remember. Hopefully he can do it again for us. And last but not least, Ryan Ferguson, one of our top goal scorers ever since we've come to the club. Demoted from the first team. I feel like when you compare him to Leighton Stewart, you can kind of understand why we've dropped him. Leighton Stewart is just like a better version of Ryan Ferguson, as much as it pains me to say it. But I feel like both players will get some pretty good minutes this year. It's been a bit of a challenge because we're in the Southern League now. I don't know how that's going to impact the costs of travelling, how that might impact training. We're also in the Southern League Cup. It's not ideal. Obviously, we had the FA Trophy and the FA Cup also to focus on. All in all, though, I'm excited for this year. I feel like the fact we're playing down in the South is going to make things interesting. We'll play a few teams I had no expectations of playing, which could perhaps be a little bit interesting. And, well, you can see this year, the top team goes up, and then the 4 teams below go into a big playoff, which features all the regional teams at this division. It's a little bit confusing. We're aiming to win the league, and I feel like the board expectation and also the press expectation kind of implies that. I feel like, again, much like last year, a big focus is going to be on building some stability to the team, trying to get on some cup runs. But yeah, big things are expected from us. Like previous years, we're new into this league. Automatic promotion is the aim by winning the league. The playoffs is the sloppy seconds that are on offer. We will take them if we have to. But in truth, I'm expecting some big things. And well, to start things here, we have Derham, who we're going to take on. They have a stadium picture here, which someone called David took. So David, I don't mean to infringe on your copyright from 14 years ago. Please don't strike this video. But yeah, they finished 15th last year. We probably should be beating them. And well, let's see how we get on. This is the team. So a lot of new faces. Obviously, Kumwenda, Sonny Best, Anderson, Vieira. Some older names in there alongside Mr. International and Evans. Losing Stanley and also, obviously, in the centre of the midfield, losing Haygarth has kind of hit me for 6 because those were 2 of our best players in our team last year. They leave massive, massive voids. Obviously, we've tried to improve them whilst also improving some of the weak areas of the pitch. Last year, defensively, you saw it at the end of the year, we weren't good enough. I'm hoping that Mr. International and Alex Evans are going to kick it off in the centre. Obviously, Norris and McLaughlin either side are also going to be interesting. And well, I thought Leighton Stewart was about to get off to the perfect start. The assistant has flagged him offside. I think it's an incorrect call. I don't want to see the replay to find out if it was incorrect. I mean, I think he's on, Rhino. VAR? We don't have VAR here. We're only in Tier 8. That looked onside to me. Stewart robbed of a goal 5 minutes into his debut. Hopefully he can bounce back from that. You can see we're dominating possession, having all the shots in the game so far, and they're committing a lot of fouls. But after 25 minutes, yet to find the breakthrough. Anyway, Norris, forward here to Kumwenda, who's dispossessed. And a few people have linked me on Twitter the fact that Kumwenda, he's not signed a professional deal with Leeds United yet in real life. Apparently Manchester City, Liverpool and Arsenal are all looking at him. Maybe we've unearthed a future FM superstar, a future football superstar in Kumwenda. People will come to look at this video and realise that we here, you guys watching this series, we were the first to know of our Lord and Saviour. Alternatively, if you're watching in 5 years' time, and he's maybe in League 2, just ignore what I've just said. Oh my word, he's offside again. I was going to say oh my word because the touch was so good by Leighton. But unfortunately, the lino just has a vendetta against the Scouser. Romario Vieira here. I mean, that time he is offside, to be fair. But that touch there is superb to get it out of his feet. And now we have a corner to defend. Oh, gosh. It's gone in as well. Dearly. Oh, dearly, dearly me. Dereham? I don't know. I think Dereham sounds better, but it's probably Dereham. We'll go with Dereham. Good badge. Is that a magpie on top? I don't know. Our players have got to get used to the travelling this year. The fact we're in the Southern League is interesting. You know, we're going to have 400-mile trips, 7-hour drives each way, unless Sandra decides to really get her hand into her pocket and get us a plane. We'll be interested to see how our travel costs might change this year. As Kunwenda's thread through. Can he finish it? No. He's kicked it straight at the keeper. Not ideal. Not ideal to start the year. 1-0 down. Mr. International. Vieira's just doing pirouettes. He's not taking this seriously. He's just 360'd. Right, Leighton, third time lucky. It's not lucky. The one time where he's not flagged and he's fluffed his lines. I tell you what, linesmen, they don't like Towel Town. I think there's some vendetta. I don't know what the bias comes from. I feel like they wish they had hair like Sonny Best, the non-league Neymar, who, against all odds and against perhaps the advice of my assistant, remains in the first team, and he is also our club captain this year. Which, personally, I mean, you can't knock it, can you? Ball dinked forward here. That is an ambitious ball to Harrison. Could we get the goal back before half-time? It would be huge for us. It would make my team talk a little easier. Although I'm probably still going to get a bit shouty at the boys here. We need to defend this here. Ferre with it. Now with Clark. Plays it forward to Ferre. Please save this. Yes, Jaros. That's what we need more of. Their first goal was pretty unstoppable. That was almost more difficult to save. But he did the job there for us. Anderson whipping in. Sonny Best, welcome to Tier 8, my friend. Welcome. Enjoy your stay. Jermaine Anderson with an assist. Jermaine Anderson was very underwhelming last year. He's had his problems with injury. He joined us halfway through the year. Obviously, with Max Haygarth gone, there is a space in the team which he is looking to, well, eat up for his own alongside Romario Vieira. And with assists like that, maybe he can craft his way into the team. Kunwenda's not responded well. I'm going to tell him that he can make the difference. Look at that man management. Give him a little one-to-one pep talk. Everyone else reacted well to what the team had to say. I take the schoolboy under my wing. Like a school leader. Oh my gosh, Leighton Stewart, that's a weird goal. He's doing a little plane celebration. He's loving it, the number 9. But yes, Kunwenda, I mean, look at that. 49 seconds into the second half. Like a school headmaster. We've taken him under his wing, or under our wing. We've had a little word with the schoolboy. Look at him, linking up with his strike partner. Half a tackle put in by Dearly. He was Dearly there, but he didn't quite make it. And Leighton Stewart slots into the bottom corner. 2-1. We turn things around with 2 quick-fire goals. Let's hope there's more to come. Norris to Anderson. Norris whips it in all the way over to Sonny Best. Oh my gosh, Romario Vieira. For a second I thought you were going to find the back of the net. Launched from range, narrowly over the crossbar. An hour gone, 2-1 up. Should we make some changes? I would say yes. Josh Harrison, not at the best of games. Let's bring in Kit Elliott, who will definitely be contending for the inverted winger role. Kunwenda's not the best of games, but you know what? I'm going to keep faith with him. James Norris on a booking. I'm going to play things safe. Of course, if we just look here at Norris, you can see very, very good kind of fullback, but his ability going forward is really where he shines. Andre Brooks, on the other hand, very, very good physically, again, but not quite as good in the technicals, both defensively and going forward. Definitely will feature in our team, though, this year, the youngster. Hopefully he can show us what he's made of at left back today, Brooks. I expect to see some high energy and high impact runs from him. As Leighton Stewart is thread through again. Can he finish here? Tight angle. I'm going to pretend he tried to cross that because that was not good. And I kind of wish I hadn't seen it from Leighton Stewart. That effort, questionable at best. Brooks back to the keeper in Jaros. He's not good at his communicating. Give him a walkie-talkie. Passes it to Mr. International. I love Mr. International as a nickname. He's always on international duty. I'm impressed by the fact that he keeps getting called up for the South African international side despite playing for us. Kumwenda. What can he do? He goes back to Romario Vieira. McLaughlin on the right back position, switches it to Kit Elliott. Cut inside Kit, passes it, falls to Kumwenda, who can't quite get it away. Leighton Stewart with the initial effort, which I think was considered the big opportunity. Now we need to be wary of the counter. The ball attempted to be played over the top. We intercept. And well, 20 minutes left. We live to fight another day here. We have been dominant in this game. We have created a lot, but we've not shown that killer instinct that we also failed to show towards the end of last year. I'm hoping it's going to come back to us. I'm hoping, a bit of gelling. Got lots of new players in the team. It's going to take a little while for team cohesion to get there. But as the season goes on, I'm hoping the players are going to bond and we're going to be able to find more breakthroughs in games like this and take more opportunities. And well, maybe our strikers can also time their runs a little bit better so we don't get quite so many goals disallowed for offsiders. Kit Elliott, what a run that is. I mean, the ball has just hit the keeper there, and then after it's gone out of play, he's kind of dived to make it look like he tried a save. Interesting stuff, Football Manager. The ball whipped in by Sonny Best, not the best cross. Headed out, and that was, well, simply not the best, was it? Anyway, Brooks here to Mr. International. Dinks it forward to Kit Elliott. What can you do, Kit? Crosses it in. Sonny Best. I take it all back. He's Sonny the best. Dun, dun, dun. He's better than... I'm going to stop. He's better than everyone. Or anyone. That's not the line that comes immediately after the line I said, but we're just skipping forward. Great little finish by Sonny Best. Welcome to the tier. On his right foot, his weaker foot, caresses it. Delicate touch by the non-league Neymar. Into the far post. Kit Elliott on off the bench to make an impact. You love to see it. And well, now we feel comfortable as the ball's whipped in. Alex Evans. That's a weird goal to score. We'll take it. It's a set piece. The board don't care about set pieces this year, but when we do score them, I'm going to enjoy them. And it's the new right back, Ryan McLaughlin, whipping it in. Alex Evans, unmarked at the back post, heads it, and the defender just doesn't stop it going in. He just nods it, helps it on its way into goal. It was already going in from Evans' initial effort, so he's accredited with it. 4-1, suddenly it looks really comfortable and I can just breathe a big sigh of relief. For a long period in this game, it didn't look quite so comfortable. That looked offside. It is offside. Jose Maria Bravo. He's Spanish apparently and 18. I mean, I kind of want to get a scout report just because a Spanish regen playing in the 8th tier of England feels unique. It feels different. Maybe he's got something about him. I mean, judged by this, the thing that he's got about him is a lack of an understanding of the offside rule. He was stood about 10 yards off there. 3 minutes remaining of this game. Job's done. Now we can give ourselves a pat on the back. Although defensively, I would like to see us a little more assured than that. Although Jaros again comes to the rescue when called upon. They have created one or two really good opportunities here, Derham. Oh, go on, Kumwenda. He hasn't got a goal yet today, has he? I mean, he's not going to get a goal with passing like that either, I suppose. Ball lumped forward. Kumwenda again, not having the best day at the office here. Notice when we were looking at subs, he was struggling a little. It's not got any better for him, it feels like, at least from what we've observed in this highlight. So Jaros in goal for us has really good distribution but really bad communication. I'm hoping that's not going to be an issue. I feel like his raw shot stopping is better than anything we've had before. Sonny Best, Stewart. I was about to moan at Stewart for not taking a touch there, but I respect the first time effort, especially when he slots it into the bottom corner like that. Captain Sonny Best is absolutely loving his time out here on the right wing. Pulls the centre-back across, leaves Stewart free. Second goal of the season for him. He is on quite a big goal-scoring bonus, Stewart, alongside his £400 per appearance. It might be a good job that we had Sandra's fundraiser in pre-season because that is definitely going to help us out in terms of balancing the bucks. Anyway, Jermaine Anderson back to Brooks. Another highlight has started straight after the other. Is Stewart looking for a hat-trick on his debut? He's not got long to complete it. And, well, we're not in possession right now, which makes it difficult to score. Evans, though, the goal scorer, lumps it clear. Not ideal, although Anderson is alive to it. Plays it to Stewart. Romario Vieira dinks it across. Look at this build-up play. I'm loving it. Kit Elliott, end product. Not quite there. The shot goes narrowly wide of the post. And another highlight, this has just been non-stop action. Oh gosh, is he about to get sent off for a professional foul? Brooks. Okay, he's okay. I think we did have players on the cover. Not the highlight you want to see to end the game, but it's 5-1. I should probably savour this. We've got the Southern League Cup. We've got the FA Cup. We've also got the FA Trophy. So plenty of competitions to fight it out in this year. But to start our league campaign, where we are backed to win the whole thing, a 5-1 win, albeit against a team who weren't very strong last year, feels like a pretty good way to go about our business. So yes, a great result here. I do hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Let me know what you thought of the intro. I know lots of FM YouTubers like to do these weird and wacky intros. It might have been a little bit cringeworthy. I'm willing to have a laugh at myself. And given the sheer absurdity of a situation where we have been put in the wrong league, it felt necessary to embrace it with a smile, with a laugh, and try and make a joke about it, which I hope you guys got on board with and enjoyed. But anyway, welcome to Season 3. Welcome to the Bet Victor Division 1 South. Next time out, I'm not sure what we'll be doing. It may be a league game. It may be a cup game. It is very, very early days. But regardless, I'm very hopeful I see you guys for it. Thank you for watching as always. Drop a like if you've enjoyed. And guys, I will see you again soon. It is me, Jack, and I'm out.